was to actually approach this herd right now, just because there's a calf right there, my life could be in peril.
Well, we got a guy cruising right to the truck here, but...
I'm animal trainer Brandon McMillan. I've spent my whole life handling some of the world's most dangerous animals, but never in the wild. Now's my chance to go face-to-face with them after dark, when they're most active and most deadly, to show you what no one sees. The secret lives of animals at night. Grasslands and forests of Lewa Downs and the highlands of central Kenya in East Africa are an arena where a brutal struggle for survival plays out. During the heat of the day, the animal combatants find some rest, but at night, it's an all-out war. This remote 62,000-acre region is a killing floor for alpha predators like the lion, the leopard, and some of the most venomous reptiles in the world. But one animal towers above them all, the largest land animal on Earth, the African elephant.
Only a short time ago, these trees were alive and flourishing. But the elephants have since left their mark. The largest and most powerful of all the land mammals, the elephant also has some of the biggest impact on this iconic terrain.
Highly intelligent and extremely social creatures, elephants band together into herds and coordinate efforts to protect their young. And I'm here at night when elephants are hyper-vigilant to witness the most protective and deadliest mothers on Earth in action. African elephants spend most of the night on their feet, a nocturnal wrecking crew on a life-or-death mission to feed themselves and their offspring. Weighing up to 9 tons, African elephants have gelatinous pads on the bottom of their feet that serve as shock absorbers on their nightly travels. Their highly sensitive trunks can sniff out food in the dark, and they use their tusks to debark trees and clear a path through the brush, leaving a swath of destruction in their wake each night. Sundown is go time for the elephants, but it's also when the big cats of Lewa are hunting some of their favorite prey, baby elephants. Nighttime also brings out some of the adult elephants' only real enemies, poachers. These hunters stalk the elephants for their ivory tusks and are heavily armed and dangerous. To help me find these creatures in the dark, I'm going to need the help of experienced African guide Joel Kachora.
You Joel?
Yeah, how you, Brandon?
Brandon, how you doing?
Fine, welcome to Lewa.
Thank you. So I hear you have a very dense population of elephants around here.
Yeah, we have a lot, like 200 elephants, you know.
And they're much more active at night, aren't they?
At night.
Constantly on the move, hidden in darkness, Joel tells me it won't be easy to find any of those 200 elephants tonight, let alone what we're looking for, an aggressive mother defending her baby.
We're just going right here.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
That's close. I'm ready.
Because of the animal and possibly human predators lurking in the dark, we'll proceed under the watchful eye of our armed guard, James Nagunye. Our plan is to start in the swampy marshlands where elephants gather during the day and work our way eastward into the tree-lined valleys where they go to forage at night. Not only are African elephants incredibly stealthy, their intelligence ranks at the top of the animal kingdom. A threatened mother elephant will not hesitate to strike out at anyone she sees as a threat to her calf. With their highly specialized nighttime skills, it's no doubt the elephants will sense us long before we see them. The destructive power of the African elephant is legendary, and the evidence of this looms at us out of the dark.
Was this done by elephants?
Yeah, elephants have been here.
I mean, it's got to be 40 feet tall.
Yeah, special bulls, they do a lot of pushing down trees.
And the craziest thing about it, it's one of these trees right here. I mean, look at how tall this thing is.
Yeah.
During their voracious nightly feeding frenzy, elephants strip the leaves and the bark off the trees, leaving a shattered hulk behind. They have to consume massive amounts of vegetation because of their inefficient digestive systems.
Elephant dung.
Yeah.
Looks like it's pretty much undigested food because elephants only digest about 40 to 40% of what they eat, which means more than 60% comes out.
Yeah. That's why they eat all the time.
They got to keep eating. And the forests suffer for it. Look at this.
Nearby, another, much smaller herd of creatures is in the midst of their own nighttime feeding frenzy.
What kind of ants are these?
These are hissing ants.
Hissing ants.
Yeah. They move in small battalion.
Do they hiss?
Yeah.
No way, they do. Look at that. What are they carrying?
They feed on other insects.
Are those termites?
And ants, yeah.
They may be tiny, but these venomous ants pack a wallop. 10 bites can paralyze your whole arm. The hissing ants are also called Matabele ants, after a fierce warrior tribe of Central Africa. A column of thousands will raid a termite mound and carry their prey off into the night. During these raiding parties, the ants communicate by stridulating, rubbing two body parts together, making a distinctive hissing sound. We turn on the astroscope to get a better view and continue on, stopping at a well-traveled watering hole. Elephants come here at night, but so do over 70 other species in the area. This means that predators are often prowling the water's edge, looking for easy pickings. We approach with extreme caution. We soon realize we may have made a mistake getting out of the Jeep.
You hear that? Branches snapping. Something in the bushes right there.
Because there are dangerous predators in the area, we quickly head back to the safety of the Jeep to hopefully get a look at what's out in the bush. A quick check with the thermal cam reveals that we have company. It's a small herd of zebras. Their stripes provide excellent camouflage, especially at night, but can't disguise their 100.7 degree body temperature.
Burchell zebra, otherwise known as the plains zebra. Elephants destroy trees and bush. It creates grasslands and plains. Zebras are very happy about this.
There are two species of zebra in Kenya, Burchells and Gravies. Burchells typically have no stripes on their tails or legs. These zebras are most likely out here feeding, but they're vigilant watchmen, constantly ready to evade the predators of the night. We leave the zebras to their meal and continue on in search of a mother elephant defending her baby. Our engine noise has startled something hiding in the tall grass.
We just spotted what could possibly be one of the rarest dogs in Africa, the African wild dog.
Joel tells me that spotting a pack of wild dogs in the night is practically unheard of. They are incredibly rare and extremely dangerous.
The fact that I'm seeing these things no more than 25, 30 feet away is a treat.
Currently pulling back from the brink of extinction, there are no more than 5,500 African wild dogs left in the entire world. Although related to domestic dogs, the African wild or Cape hunting dog is no playful pet. Secretive and cunning, they use the cover of darkness to sneak past human settlements. Hunting in well-organized packs, these dogs can reach speeds of up to 37 miles per hour. They snatch chunks of flesh off their victims, causing them to bleed to death, sometimes disemboweling them and starting to feed while their prey is still alive.
Perfectly camouflaged. They're obviously built for the African terrain. especially at night.
I've trained hundreds of dogs in my life, so witnessing firsthand the behavior of these rare, endangered relatives is a huge thrill.
I thought they'd be a lot more shy. They seem really content the fact we're here.
Yeah, they had a big male. Maybe they get a big zebra. That's why they're not bothering from us.
They just ate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to sleep now.
Yeah, they're just resting and...
Typical dogs.
Yeah.
That was like a dream come true for me. I wanted to see those since I was a kid.
It's getting late, so we'll have to continue our search for a mother elephant and her calf tomorrow night. Hopefully, we'll have more luck on night 2. Before setting out again tonight, Joel takes me to the high ground to survey the terrain we'll be covering.
So this is the route the elephants take.
Yeah.
And they do this only at night.
Yeah, because of the poaching.
Because of the poaching.
Yeah.
Because they're so intelligent, elephants know that darkness can help shelter them from poachers. So they'll sometimes wait until sundown to cross terrain that would be much more dangerous during the day. As night falls, the elephants of Lewa Downs resume their relentless quest to protect, nurture, and feed their young. And I'll continue my quest to see these maternal juggernauts in action. Tonight, we're going to follow a different elephant migration corridor, through the grass and shrublands of the valley, past the large swamp, and then into a forested area that is one of the Lewa elephant's favorite foraging spots. The darkened savanna is a tangle of shadows. Even with my technology, it's hard to see anything out here.
You think with how big elephants are, they would be easy to find. But they're not. It becomes a daunting task after a while.
We've got a full moon tonight, but anything, a lion, a pack of jackals, even a 10-ton elephant could be concealed in the pockets of darkness. Out here in the wild at night, I can't help but feel like the hunted.
Behind this bush right here.
Maybe a little bit further down.
I just saw something moving.
D. It's my second night in Lewa Downs, Kenya, in East Africa, hoping to observe the fiercely protective behavior of mother elephants. My guide, Joel, and I have been following their trail, and now we have something large in our sights.
Behind this bush right here.
Maybe a little bit further down.
There's an elephant hiding. Unless that's a rhino, I can't tell. But I just saw something moving.
The astroscope reveals exactly what is lurking out there in the dark.
Bachelor males.
These males weigh 7 tons and are roughly 13 feet high.
It's always interesting the way the males get weaned off the herd. In their late teenage years, they just, they start lagging behind the herd farther and farther and farther till eventually they just walk away one day. It's an incredible process. What do you think's going on with these 2 males right here?
2 bulls in Bashar, when they getting around 15 to 20 years old, they come out of their big herd and they form their own Bashar herd.
What's the point of forming a bachelor herd?
Bulls, they don't stay in the big family. The only males, they only come there when they make breeding.
When musk kicks in.
Finding these 2 bachelor male elephants is a good sign. These bachelor males are most likely shadowing a matriarchal herd, hoping to mate with them. They must carefully walk on the fringe of the herd so as not to disturb the protective mothers, who may even attack their own kind in defense of their calves. From birth, a young elephant is completely dependent on its mother, who will teach it everything it needs to know to survive. And when danger threatens, the mother will defend the calf to the death. At the first sign of a predator, the female elephants form a phalanx of bodies surrounding the calf. Flaring their ears and trumpeting their deafening call, the matriarch and fellow females will try to scare the predator away. But if all this fails, the mothers will charge into danger, crushing the enemy with their massive feet and goring any attacker with their sharp tusks.
Oh, look at, he's giving himself a dust bath. That is so cool.
Joel tells me the dust kills parasites on the elephant's hide.
If you look at the elephants from the air in this part of Kenya, their skin actually has an orange glow from it. It's actually from themselves giving them dust baths.
In the daytime, this elephant would be using the dust to cool himself. I captured this elephant with my thermal imager. His average body temperature of 97.7 degrees Fahrenheit glows warmly against the cooler 75-degree night air. The presence of these male elephants means that there is most likely a herd of females nearby, and because these two bachelors are keeping their distance, there's a good chance the females have a calf with them. Joel and I decide to circle the perimeter of this area to see if we can't find the matriarchal herd.
There's something rattling around the bushes over there. There they are. See, Mama?
Our hunch has paid off. We finally find what we came to see. Because male elephants are almost twice their size, I can tell that this group of much smaller elephants are female. We're less than 15 feet from a mother and her calf, and this situation could turn dangerous in an instant.
Head over here. We got a mother and her calf right there. Watch the calf looking straight at us. The calf's not going to get no more than maybe 8 to 10 meters away from that mother before it follows her again. What'll often happen is that calf will actually hold on to her mother's tail. The mother teaches the calf to do that. And often the mother will hold the calf's tail, and the mother actually steers the calf with the tail. Elephants are some of the most social animals on the face of the earth. Look at the, watch the tree. Watch this right here. Here she goes. Look at the power of that trunk right there. The trunk actually has a prehensile end. Basically, it works like fingertips. It actually grabs onto a branch, twists around. The trunk actually turns within itself, pulls off forage, feeds itself in the mouth. The trunk is actually tens of thousands of muscles working in harmony. That trunk is a powerful weapon. It's almost like another arm. Joelle, she's going to pull that whole tree out.
Oh, she might break some of the branches and give it and put them down, and the baby can get it there from the ground.
But she's not going to destroy the whole thing, you think?
No, because the tree is not quite big. She might need to grab a few branches down.
It's just no fun unless they're over 20 feet tall. There's another one right there. Actually, no, there's two more. This bush right here is concealing, I think, about 3 or 4 elephants.
Though this herd is feeding, it's a fatal error to underestimate their power and aggression. It's essential that we identify the matriarch and watch her every move. If she thinks we're a threat, she won't hesitate to charge. Because the elephant's vision is especially poor at night, we could easily be mistaken for a threat and become the focus of a murderous rampage.
You think that's a matriarch right there?
Yeah, the big one there.
Yep. You can always tell by the size. The matriarch's usually the biggest one. The matriarch decides what the herd does. She leads the herd. She tells them when to stop. Whenever she stops to feed, they spread out and feed themselves. She's pretty much the brain behind the operation, and the herd will protect her by any means necessary.
As soon as we identify the matriarch, she catches wind of us.
Look at the matriarch staring us down with her 2 calves right next to her. See the way her ears are spread, making herself look bigger? It'll be a bold move for us to actually get outside the vehicle.
It's protecting the babies.
Once she feels confident we're not a threat, she can go about her business.
Judging by their size, some of these calves are no more than a month or 2 old. If we get too close, we might have more than one angry female letting us know about it. This mother elephant is heading straight for us. Luckily for us, she has her ears down, and that means she's not spoiling for a fight. Yet. The herd begins to circle the Jeep.
There's a comfort level with elephants that when you step over the line even that much, things can go from good to bad, just like that.
Every second we stay here, we risk setting them off with potentially fatal results. It's time to stop pushing our luck.
We have to pass. The elephants are no more than 8 to 10 feet away from the road. We're gonna go very, very carefully and slowly right by them. All right, Leonard. Slowly, very slowly. Look at her. She's looking right at us the second we started the car. See the ears? Spreading out like that. Let's look at them. Slowly, Leonard, slowly. See her ears like that? They're spread out. She's...
Staring into the eyes of this massive creature is terrifying, and knowing she could charge at any moment is even more scary.
She's letting us know. That's called a warning right there. That's all I need. All right, Leonard, let's just keep going.
We arrive back at high ground just before sunrise, and just in time for one last look at these magnificent animals.
It's 5:57 a.m. right now. In a few minutes, the sun's gonna come up over that ridge. They're packing it in for the night after foraging all night. They're gonna go seek out some water and some shade right now.
It's been an amazing experience, witnessing firsthand the tremendous power of African elephants and how it can be used to nurture and protect, but also to destroy.
The elephant has also left an everlasting impression on me. See you when the sun goes down.